Good morning, guys. It is February 8th. It's the 8th, 2016, and this is the morning drive. I've actually been up and driving for a little bit already. I had to go get gas. Gas is incredibly cheap today, so I figured I'd totally jump on that. And because my tank was empty, that also had part of the reason why I had to go get gas today. So yeah, I'm confused. I threw a new video up the other day, the Irritated Wargamer, and it was basically just me ranting for like 4 minutes, and it got a lot of attention. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, I'm confused why that did so well. It got an obscene number of views. Anyway, ooh, roadkill. That was gross, and that woman looked like she wanted to eat it. Anyway, I'm also in a little bit of a hurry today because I'm already late. I'm supposed to be there at 9 o'clock and it's currently 9:05, so I'm running very late today. So I'm speeding a little bit. So there's a good chance this will be a very short video. And if it is, I'm very sorry. But on the plus side, I don't have very many comments to answer today, so I should be able to get through them all. And I'm on the highway. There we go. Yay. So starting off with the first comment, we have Parker Gray. Ooh. You drive a Mini? Yes, I do. By far my favorite car. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. It's also one of my favorite cars too. It's very, very fun to drive. I feel like I'm always robbing a bank. Anyways, this is not a question, but I would love to come to Mini Wargaming and play a game. Would love to have you, Parker. It'd be great. Also, to help with your stabilization, have you ever looked at this? And there's a website. I use it for my phone, and it is amazing. I did actually check out the website. It's a really, really interesting camera mount. The problem is that the Mini that I drive doesn't actually, they don't have a mount for it. I double checked. I went through all the ones they had there, and when I checked like a week ago, they didn't have a mount that would actually fit mine because it has a custom dash. It doesn't have the two ovals in the center. It has one, and it doesn't come out. So yeah, I did check there. Yeah, so they may have changed it since then, but this yeah, I would need a mechanic to actually take this apart for me because I don't have the tools. Like, yeah, I have Phillips screwdrivers and stuff like that. I don't have the actual like Mini issued tools to get some of these clips undone. So, oh, it's weird. But anyway, difficult turn coming up. This is why I love this car. I'm just like, I'm going 100 and I'm just handling turns like they're nothing. And this car next to me is like gawking at me, probably wondering why I'm talking to my phone. Maybe I'm on a phone. Because it's a phone. Maybe I'm on a phone call. You don't know. Crazy lady in there. Oh, that's a roadblock. What is going on today with all the construction? It's like it's warm outside. And they're picking up trees with a crane. That was special. Anyway, next question. Is by Bjorn Leo. Found these videos thanks to you begging Chris to have on Way of the Brush. Yeah, he was not happy about that. I would like to see you play The Evil Within. If I was a Mini from a game, I would probably be a zombie from Dead Zone. Cool. And now it makes sense why you want me to play The Evil Within. I have actually wanted to play that game for a while now. The problem is that it is $70 on Xbox and PC and all that, and I don't exactly have $70 just to throw at a game that I'm only going to play a handful of times. But for you guys, I might make the sacrifice. I don't know. Also, I have a feeling you just want me to have like a crap ton of like jump scares, because that game, as far as I know, is like Resident Evil, just more twisted. Anyway, time to fuel up. Oh, that hit the spot. Oh, it's like liquid gasoline for people. It's so good. Okay. I was painting Alpha Legion yesterday, so my thumb was blue, which you can't see right now. Nope, can't see it. That is some wicked glare. I'm like trying to drive, and my thumb's right here on the steering wheel, and it's just like this. It's the same color blue that my army is, so I'm like, that's distracting. It looks like nail polish. It's always one of those awkward things, like if you're an airbrusher and you like forget to put on gloves and you airbrush your hands and you scrub your hands and like all of it comes off except for on your nails. It looks like you painted your nails. you have to walk around in public and people are looking at you like, why did you paint your nails? You have to try and explain that you're a hobbyist and it was part of your hobby, but that's even more awkward than just trying to accept the fact that you painted your nails. Yeah. Anyway, I am making some wicked good time here. Maybe because I'm scared Matt's gonna kill me if he realizes how late I am. Next comment is from CJ Phoenix. Morning, how was the weekend? To start off your filming of some MWG stuff, you ever thought of going to play Ash or Owen at the co-op? Love the Throwback Thursday games they do. Yeah. Before actually I started working at Mini Wargaming, Owen had invited me out to the co-op a couple times to play some games with him, and every time I got out there, it was like super late because I was working at a call center, like midnights. So I'd finish around 11 or 12 o'clock and then go out there and it would be like, do you really want to try and film this? Nah, do you want to play a game? Yeah. So I've been out there. I've only ever met Ash once. He seems like a cool enough guy, but I don't think we have that kind of a relationship where he would just invite me out to go play a game with him. If he did, yeah, I'd be down. But my weekend was interesting. Yeah. Friday, I went out to a local bar called Fiddler's, and a friend of mine got very inebriated, and it was hilarious. That's pretty much the extent of it. Saturday and Sunday, I was sick. I went into work and just tried to get some stuff done, mostly painting. Got a little bit of work done there, but for the most part, I was sick and spent it cuddled up in bed with a bottle of Benadryl. Those are two completely different things. So, next up, I have Fallen Hero. I have stretched ears, and once a woman said, "It's not Africa," as I walked past her. This is in response to the "what tribe" comment. Yeah. I don't know, people are really judgmental, and I feel like they need to kind of relax a little bit. It's like, I've tried to say this to a couple people, mostly my parents, because they're very conservative. They don't like the idea, like even when I got my tongue pierced, they were like, "Why would you do that? What are you thinking?" I'm like, it's what? It's a little tiny metal ball on the center of my tongue. It's not a big deal. It doesn't affect my speech in any way, shape, or form. It did when I first got it done, but then it healed and now I'm fine. There's nothing bad about it. You have to actually like pay close attention, or I have to wear like a really bright, shiny tongue piercing for people to notice it. I'm absolutely covered in tattoos and stuff like that, and it's weird because you meet some people and they're just like they view you one way, and then when they find out that you have a bunch of tattoos, or that you have a mohawk, or that like I'll wear a hat, they're like, "Oh, you're a really nice guy." I'm like, "Oh, thank you, that's awesome." We start chit chatting, and I'll take the hat off. They're like, "I suddenly have to go." It's like, why? Seriously? I'm the same person I was before I had the hat. Like when I had the hat on is when I do when I'm off. I just look a little different. I don't know, people need to relax. It's too stressful in the world. Everybody needs to try and relax a little bit. That's about the best I got there. So yeah, that's it for the comments today. There was not as many as I thought there was gonna be, but whatever. Anyway, as always, guys, if you're enjoying this, please leave a comment below and let me answer a question that you might have. Read a comment out loud. Heck, I'll even try and read it in an epic voice for you. I don't know if I can do an epic voice, but I will certainly try. But yeah, go ahead, leave your comments. I'll read them out loud. If you have any questions, I'll try and answer them. Stuff like that. And I still have a good 6 minutes left in this drive. Let's see. Yeah, 6 minutes. So, trying to figure out something to talk about. I can't think of anything to talk about. Oh, I got something to talk about. I remember when I used to be good at video games. What happened? I was playing Halo last night, and I was trying really hard to move up a rank, because the way they have it set up is that if you win like 3 games, you get to move up a rank, and so on and so forth. You can go from like gold 1 to gold 2 to gold 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you go into platinum. Well, I'm trying really hard just to get from gold 1 to gold 2. And I remember in like December, I was in platinum, and it was like a cakewalk for me to get there. I had no trouble whatsoever, just going straight up to where I needed to be. Now I'm like struggling to get like out of silver and into gold, and I'm like, what is going on? Did they like change the difficulty setting or something like that? And then I'm trying to play the game, and I remember I would go like 23 kills and 4 deaths, and I'd be like, oh, this is nothing. Nobody's got anything on me. I'm the king. Now I'm playing, and it's like I'm lucky if I get 3 kills, and I've died 17 times. Like, in the course of 2 months, how did I get so bad at this game? So, you ever had that happen where you're like, even in like tabletop games, we'll be playing, and it's like you have the general tactic that you've used all the time, and it's just like this is your like go-to. This is what you do just to kind of make it. It's your autoplay option pretty much, where it's just like you know it so well you can play it automatically. You don't even have to worry about it. I can do that really well with War Machine and the Cephalics. I can do that really well with them because I've played them so much they're just like autopilot for me now. But you ever have it where you try and do that and it fails on you once, and you're like, oh, well, that's weird, and then it just never works again? I don't understand that, but it happened to me quite a bit. There was a point a while ago when this is a long time ago, back in like 5th or 6th edition, when I was playing Grey Knights, and I was min-maxing like a jerk face, but I would bring Keldor Drago, a Librarian, and I was running 2 Storm Ravens, and I would fill them both up with 5 Paladins. So one Storm Raven would have the Librarian with 5 Paladins, the other one would have Drago with 5 Paladins. And that would be my list. That would be 1,500 points. Doesn't seem like much, but when you go to like the old 5th edition rules where you could just toss around wounds like they were nothing, it was ridiculously hard to kill. Like, the only time I ever got absolutely wrecked was when I played against Owen, and he tailored a list to fight it. And he brought a whole bunch of like strength 10 AP1 weapons and just artillery rounded into my guys to try and keep me away. And that was his tactic. But I would go to tournaments and stuff like that. My general thing would be, turn 1, they come on, I would roll for my psychic power, and I would cast Shrouding with my Librarian, which would give +1 to your cover save, which means that now the Storm Ravens can have a 3-up Jinx save. That's pretty sweet. So you would do that, then they'd get shot at with whatever. This is back when there wasn't a lot of stuff that had Skyfire, so everybody's trying to snap fire at your flyers, so they're hitting on 6s. If they manage to get a lucky hit with a 6, then they're trying to, whatever happened to hit it, pen armor 12. If they manage to get a glance or a pen, I have a 3-up Jinx save to try and save myself from it. And I would totally take the Jinx save, because I'm not shooting these vehicles. Their purpose is to fly up and like drop off these paladins at their destination. So this was my go-to, and it was working pretty flawlessly for like a good 7 or 8 games. Then I went to this tournament, and it was the last game in the tournament. I was doing amazing. It was like, I think I had won 3, and I was on the final. And the last match I have to play, I go ahead, I start off, I roll for Shrouding, and it failed. I'm like, huh. Oh well, I still have a 4-up Jinx save. It's not a big deal, but that's the first time that's ever failed on me. So that failed. Then Buddy takes a shot at me with a railgun from Tau. He hit it with a couple marker. He shot at me with marker lights, and I think he was able to get himself up to like +1 ballistic skill, so he was hitting on 5s. I'm like, that's still not a big deal. It's only 1 shot. Well, he hit the shot. I was like, okay. This is the one that had my Librarian in it. So he hit the shot. I was like, ah, crap. Okay, whatever. Penned me. All right, that's okay. Roll my 4-up save. Failed it. I was like, oh, crap. Rolls for the penetration. Gets a 6. I crash and burn. It's like, ah, crap. Now all the guys inside have to take this crazy strength 10 like crash and burn hit. So roll for them. They all take a pen. They all take a wound. So I have to roll for the save. So I rolled for the save, failed all of them, and I even had an apothecary in there, but that doesn't matter. I just lost the entire unit to 1 shot. I was like, oh, crap. Now I have to try and beat this guy's entire Tau army with a single Storm Raven and Drago and a handful of Paladins. Like, okay, it's not completely undoable, but I'm gonna try it. Nope, second shot, fires at the other Storm Raven, hits it, it crashes and burns. Only person alive left is Drago. For 5 turns, Drago is walking up the board trying to chase down these Tau, and I'm trying to just get objectives at this point. I'm like, I need to not die, so I'm gonna sit on objectives as much as I can. I don't have objectives secured, so he just, at the very end, takes his Pathfinders, or his Devilfish full of Fire Warriors, flies it over, and claims the last objective, and ended up getting like full points. I was like, wow, this list has never, ever been brutally slaughtered like this, ever. Huh. Okay, well, I guess it was just like bad dice rolls on my part, and really good dice rolls on your part. Nope. That happened every game's after. Every single game after, I would fail shrouding, I would fail my cover saves, it would crash and burn, I would lose either Drago's Paladin squad or the entire squad that had the Librarian in it. Either way, that was pretty much what would happen to that list ever since that game I lost. Nothing else ever changed since then, and yeah, kind of bummed me out. So, you ever have that happen to you, where you have like your go-to list, and you're just like, this is unbeatable, and then somebody beats it, and suddenly you just can't win with it ever again? Anyway, guys, that's it for me. That is the morning drive. I'm officially at work. So, as always, if you guys want to see more videos with me or the other guys at Mini Wargaming, go to miniwargaming.com. If you guys want me to read your comments, go ahead and leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and share this video, and also subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow. Happy wargaming!